Hi everybody, welcome to the fifth video on understanding percentages by disruption learning. Now this video will have 5 questions which are based on the concepts we have learned already, but these are going to be slightly difficult than the questions we have solved in the last video. So let's begin solving them and learn how we can do these questions. Here we go. Now, the first question is that Raman invests 15% of his monthly salary in mutual funds. Okay. In January, he was running short of funds and invested only 2550 rupees, which forms 85% of his usual monthly investment. What is the total salary of Raman? Okay. Now, we can start solving this question by assuming that the salary of Raman is 100x, right? He invests 15% of it. I hope everybody understand that 15% of 100x is going to be 15x. In case you have forgotten, this is going to be 100 into 15 by 100, right? So 15x is what he usually invests, right? But this time he has only invested 2550, which is 85% of his usual monthly investment. So we know that 15x is his usual monthly investments, right? This time he has invested 85% of it, and this is equal to 2550. Okay, so 15x into 17 by 20 is 2550, which means x is 2550 into 20 by 17 into 1 by 50. Now let me take this on table of 17. This is 1, 5 and 0. Now this will go with 10. So 10 into 20, 200. Now we know that x is equal to 200 and salary of Raman is 100x, which means 200 into 100, that is 20000. 20,000 is the answer, and that is the salary of Raman. Again, not very tough questions, but it had 1 or 2 levels of calculation of percentages. So let's move on to the next one now. A coaching institute had arts and commerce students in the ratio of 4:1. Okay. 50% of arts student and 80% of commerce students cleared the cutoff for an exam. Find the percentage of total students who could not clear the cutoff. Okay. Now for this question too, we shall assume that there are a total of 100 students in the institute. Now these are divided into 4:1. So 100 into 4 by 5, that is 80 students. These are art students, right? And the rest 20 students are commerce students. Now 50% of these students have cleared the cutoff. Okay, and 80% of these commerce students have cleared the cutoff, right? So we have 40 and 16. Now this is based on the concept we learned in the previous videos, right? In the video number 3. Okay, so 40 plus 16, 56 students have cleared the cutoff, right? We need to find who could not clear the cutoff. So if 56 have cleared the cutoff, this means that 44 students have not cleared the cutoff, right? The total is 100. Now we need to find the percentage. This is going to be 44 by 100 into 100, 44%. I hope this was quite simple a question, right? Not a very tough one, just a mixture of ratios and percentages. Let's move to the next question now. A number is increased by 20% and then again by 20%. By what percent it should be decreased so as to get the original number? Okay, so let's again assume that the number is 100. This has to be increased by 20%. So this would be 120. Now I would again increase this by 20%, right? This would become 144. Now I need to turn this 144 back to 100. So I'll need to minus 44 out of it. Now the answer of this question is not 44%. I need to deduct 44 out of it. Now I need to find the percentage of 44 as compared to 144. So this would be 44 by 144 into 100. Let's see what we can do with this. This would be 22 by 72. Further would be 11 by 36 into 100. Now we cannot go below this, so let's see what we can do with this thing. Now I know that 12 by 36 is 33%, right? And 9 by 36 is 25%, right? We know that. So let me tell you a property here. Now let's note down first some numbers. 9 by 36, 10 by 36, 11 by 36 and 12 by 36, right? 9 by 36 is 25%, okay. 12 by 36 is 33.33%. Now from 9 to 12 there are basically 3 steps, okay. 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, and the difference between these two destinations is 8.33%, okay. Now in these 3 steps, this number of 8.33 would be divided in 3 equal parts. Now let me tell you that 8.33 divided by 3 is 2.7 and 7, okay. This is 2.77. Now 9 by 36 is 25%. Now if I add 2.77 to this becomes 10 by 36, which would be 27.77. Now if I further add 2.77 to this would become 11 by 36, which is now 30.54. Now if I further add 2.77 to this would be somewhere very close to 33.33%, which is 12 by 36. So this way, if we have shorter calculations but tough one like 11 by 36, we can calculate the actual number too. So 11 by 36 is 30.54. So our answer is also 30.54%. This is a very smart concept, not necessary to learn, but can be useful in case you want to use that or you want to get to the actual number, right? So now let's move to next question. Ranu Mandal solves 70% of questions of a chapter and skips 20% of the remaining, okay, Next day, she solves 75% of the unskipped questions and skips the rest. Okay. What percent of total questions did she skip? Okay. Now, we have to be careful. Now, let's assume again, there are 100 questions. Okay. She solves 70% of it, which is directly 70. Okay. And skips 20% of the rest. Okay. Now, she solves 20. Rest are 30, out of which 20%, okay, 10 into 1 by 5, which is 6 questions, okay. 6 questions have been skipped here, right? Now, next day, she solves 75% of unskipped questions. Now, total were 30, 6 she skipped, now 24 are unskipped, right? Now, out of 24, she solves 75%. 75% is 3 by 4. We hope, I hope you know that. So 18 questions have been solved again and the rest have been skipped. So 24 minus 18 is 6. What percent of total questions did she skip? Okay. So she skipped 6 questions on first day and 6 questions on second day. Total 12 questions have been skipped out of 100. I hope now you can calculate the percentage. This is 12% now. Again, not a very tough question, but we needed to be careful while interpreting the question. Okay, let's move to next one now. A man loses 15% of his money. He spends 90% of the rest and is left with 170 at the end. Okay, what is the total amount of money he had? Now again, just like every question, I am going to assume that the total amount that the person had is 100x. Now he loses 15% of it, which is 15x, right? So now he has 85x. Okay. He spends 90% of the rest and is left with 170 at the end. Now, if a person spends 90% of this thing, what he would be left with is 10% of it, right? Now we know 10% of 85x is going to be 8.5x. Okay. So this 8.5x we know is equal to 170, right? So we can find the value of x, 70 by 8.5. Now I can remove this and make it 1700. This is 2, this is 0, 20. So x is 20, right? If x is 20, then 100x is 100 into 20, 2000. So the total amount he had is 2000. This was probably the easiest question so far. Okay, so that is it for this video, and probably for the first series on percentages too. We've had 5 videos, 3 on concept, 2 on basic practice. Okay, and I hope that you understood this concept properly, because percentages is very important for examinations and for real life too. So in case you have any doubts, you can definitely ask in comments. In case you don't have, you can watch the upcoming videos or can share or subscribe our channel. So goodbye for this time. We'll meet you in the next video series. Goodbye.